Ladies and gentlemen, listen. It's a big deal. This is a big deal. Hope you guys are having a good night. Thank you so much for joining us. This is our community conversation. And welcome. My name is Billy Floyd, and this is...
Ellie Cardenal with Flamenco de Perfil.
That sounded so professional.
Ooh.
Now, what you said, Flamenco de Perfil? P-E-R-F-I-L?
De Perfil, it's actually profile.
Okay.
Yes, when I came up with the name, it's because my partner at the time,
Okay.
we were different styles in flamenco. So
Interesting.
yes, the
Okay.
contrast of the classic and the actual flamenco.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you had this?
Very long time.
I was about to say, you thought for a second. You were like, that tells me it's been a while.
Yes,
That's-
very long time.
That is awesome. That
yes,
is awesome.
so I have I've had Flamenco de Perfil since 2011.
Okay.
And
Oh, yeah, 13 years.
it's been
Nice.
a long time.
Man, you have had some fantastic performances, I imagine. That's a long time to have something like that, especially with how busy you guys are, because I know you book shows often.
Yes.
You know, you have one coming up in November we'll talk about, I think. Is November still the date we're looking at?
That's correct.
I know it's a big deal, so same with us. When we put a big thing together, we're like, we hope this date selection works, but for any reason, you just got to shift.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, cool, whatever we need to do. We're going to get into that a little later. Thank you so much for joining us. This is super cool.
Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, are you kidding? We've never done anything like this type of show, which I'm so excited about, because normally I have fantastic musicians, my friend Landon Nolan, Glendale, Jack Connor, that have come in and shared the stage with me. So in my mind, I was always like, it has to be musicians, because I just didn't think outside the box until Joni introduced me to you and your project. And she says, listen,
Yay.
the middle of April is kind of a big deal. There's a celebration going on as well. I think it starts, I think it was like the second weekend after the holiday week of Easter.
That's correct.
And then it lasts, I think, a full week of celebration.
That's correct.
So we're kind of kicking it off, because I think it starts on Saturday, but we're kind of getting a little early there. So we're setting a pace. I think it's a great idea. I think we're setting a fantastic pace. So this is so much fun. So we're going to have now how do you introduce yourself? Is it a group, a troupe? Is it a gathering? Is it a company? What is your dance collection of people? If I say we're having a flamenco, or just flamenco dancers, flamenco performers?
Flamenco performance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
So as a group, well, I don't consider, but there's two things, the company side of it.
Sure.
And of course the collaboration with students. But we do a lot of that. So.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, let's talk about that collaboration with students.
Yes.
So now I understand you said, we'll talk about this in a second, but you have a master's class available as well that people can kind of delve into. They can learn a lot about it. They can see what's going on. You have students.
Yes.
Okay,
I do.
I'm being introduced to this. I don't know much about you all, aside from the fact that you have a fantastic collection of flamenco performers that you perform with.
Yes.
But this is a career, this is an educational thing, that you've done this.
That's
Flamenco de
correct.
Perfil.
Yes.
I'm trying to get better at that. I want to sound as fluid as you. You sound very, very elegant. I do not sound elegant. I'm trying to get a little better at it. So
rolling the R.
It's all about rolling the R. So 2011, was this the school and the company simultaneously? How long have you taught dancing?
It was actually in 2011. So prior to that, I used to work at Ceviche Tapas and Bar in Orlando.
Oh, I love ceviche.
Which does not exist anymore, unfortunately.
Oh, sorry, ceviche.
But during the time that I was performing at that venue, I already knew a friend, another dancer. Okay. Which, we did work together for a very long time. And her and I, we just decided, we talked about it, about, why can't we just,
why can't we do
join
this?
efforts and then,
create a company or create our own.
Yes. And back then, it's still very new in Orlando, but, flamenco was pretty much virgin. A lot of people don't know too much about the actual art form. And so, the two of us decided to just,
we only know the little bare minimum that we're told through like movies and the internet. That's it. We don't really know much else other than the emoji on my phone looks like a flamenco dancer. That's all and I don't even know if that really is flamenco. I have no idea, but it looks like it.
It looks like one. I know. It looks like a flamenco dancer.
That's my limit of knowledge when it comes to what I know about flamenco is that emoji. That's pretty much all I know. Yes. I know it's elegant. I know it's cultural. I know it's lasted a very, very long time. When did flamenco come into existence? How long ago was this dance form created?
There's different stories out there, hypotheses, and yes, and it points back to the influence of Indian culture.
Okay.
And with their, as they were traveling through, I guess it has influence of Pakistani Indian is what they were, as they referred to that time.
Interesting.
As they were traveling through Andalusia. So they had, a little bit of Arabs, and until they got to the southern region of Spain, which is again called Andalusia. And that's where pretty much the story, it's long,
sure.
And there's different variations,
of course.
And there's no really an actual record of this.
Yeah, there's no written record of how everything happened.
Yeah, how
sure,
everything
it just kind of was
happened.
Organic. It kind of happened and came into existence.
Yes, and so it's right now it's in Andalusia. That's where pretty much the gypsies.
I like how you say that. What are you saying? Andalusia. Andalusia.
Yes.
So elegant, lady learner.
Andalusia. Andalusia.
Andalusia.
Yes.
I love it. I'm gonna do my best to be my best by Friday. I'm gonna
give you a quiz.
I'm gonna do my homework. I'm ready. I'm very good at tests. I'm very good at studying tests. I'm very good at it. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. If you were not here at the very beginning, now it's Cardenal.
That's correct.
Yes.
Cardenal.
Cardenal. So Ellie Cardenal from Flamenco de Perfil. De Perfil. She's so good. I'll get there. She is performing on Friday night with a collection of performers, some musicians and some dancers.
Yes. Well, we have collaboration of some students.
Oh, that's even cooler.
Yes, I'm very proud of them.
Yes.
They're working really hard. They're doing great. So
that is super cool. How long do your students stay with you? Do they take classes? Do they stay with you through different levels until you set them off on their own and they spread their performance wings and fly?
Well, I would hope so. Yeah. But flamenco is definitely, it's a constant education.
Sure.
It's always changing.
Sure.
And
kind of like the roots were many different stories of where it could have come from. How long ago? Not to get too far off, but how long ago did that dance style come into existence? I know we were trying to talk about its origins as people were traveling through the southern Spain, Andalusia.
15th century.
Oh, 16, so it's been around for a while.
For a while. Mm-hmm.
How did you find yourself in this realm of performance, in this flamenco? Have you performed other styles as well, but you gravitated toward flamenco, or have you always been a kind of follower, a flamenco follower?
A flamenco follower.
Yeah.
Well, I love flamenco, but I basically started, not in flamenco, but I actually studied classical ballet, and
that's awesome.
My parents actually put me into ballet classes since I was very young.
Okay.
And my mom, actually, I have to say that I owe this art form in a way to my mom.
Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Ellie's mom. We appreciate
Sorry,
it.
Dad.
Sorry, Dad. She had to follow her dreams, but you're doing great because you're influencing the future. And I think that's such a huge part, of being passionate about something is showing other people the magic of it.
Yes,
yes. And performance and art and music is so magical. So thank you, Mom. Sorry, Dad. Are you originally from Orlando?
I am not. I'm originally from Puerto Rico.
Oh, fantastic. I was in Puerto Rico this time last year for my friend's 40th birthday. I had Chuleta Cancan for the very first time. Then I had it the next day. And then I had it the next day. I went to 3 different restaurants, and everywhere that had Chuleta Cancan, I got it. Nothing was like the first one, though. The first one was absolutely out of this world. I took photos. I saw the photo came up in my Facebook memory yesterday. I was like, do you remember this Chuleta Cancan? I was like, oh, I'll never forget you. I will never forget you, Chuleta Cancan. So a year ago today, I was in Puerto Rico. It was beautiful. It was awesome. San Juan. Most of the time was spent in the bigger city, We didn't really get to the outskirts, but we walked a lot. We were there for about a week. It was so beautiful.
Yeah, I miss the island, so it's a beautiful place.
How often do you go back?
Unfortunately, I don't go that often.
Okay.
I have my family here.
Gotcha.
But
Puerto Rico is here.
It's definitely there.
Yeah?
Yes.
Fantastic food in Puerto Rico. Not to go back to the food again, but I'm going back to the food again. It's one of the things that we are also having on Friday night is my good friend Evelyn is coming in with her son Omar, and they're making paella. And she was born and raised in Puerto Rico.
That's awesome.
And she said she has taught Omar how to make it. And Friday, Omar is going to be making it, and Evelyn is going to be his assistant for the first time.
Wow.
I'm really excited. I'm super excited.
That sounds great.
So when did you move to Orlando? How did you get to Florida?
Oh, gosh. That was definitely a long time ago as well. I've been here since I was 14, 15.
Okay.
And this has been home pretty much.
Gotcha.
Not gone anywhere else but Orlando.
Really? Mm-hmm. Okay. So you've seen Orlando grow a lot.
Yes.
And it continues to grow. It's one of the biggest. I think it's like the third largest growing city. I think in the nation. It was maybe 6 months ago. A lot. Lots of construction. Come on, seriously. Even my road right now. Sorry you got stuck earlier. Sorry about that. But before, because I feel like you and I can talk for a very long time. We're crushing it. So we kind of got a little bit about the foundation of flamenco, where it came from. It travels from the 15th century, kind of how you got into it, starting in ballet. Your mom put you in ballet.
Yes, it was my sister and I. We started in ballet, but my mom used to take me to the theater since I was like 4 years old or 5 years old. And so I think it stems from there, my love for just dance, performance. Yeah.
Same. So
I love it. So.
And then you just were like, I really like this. Let's see what other forms I can get into.
It was funny because I went through a phase. So when I was little, I was like, I love the performances, like all the classical ballets. And as I was growing, then of course I wanted to be in sports. I always loved the outdoors.
Okay. Do you have a competitive spirit? I feel like you have a competitive spirit.
So for me, it was just a short time there that I was like, I don't want to dance. Yeah. This is not for me.
What sport did you want to get into?
I loved volleyball.
Oh, volleyball's fantastic and very fast.
I have to say I was pretty good at it.
Yeah?
So, yeah.
Did you do two-a-side? Did you do like full team volleyball? Was it school-based? Was it just competitive kind of like local sports organization based?
It was through school.
Okay. Oh, wow. So competitive as well. So you guys did some traveling. You played some other fantastic volleyball players.
Yes.
Nice. Did you play through all your
Not really, because that's right before I moved to Florida.
Gotcha. So that's probably why you moved. They were like, oh, she's getting into sports. We're moving. we
don't like this for her.
We're out of here. She needs to go be a dancer. So did you continue volleyball when you came here?
I did not.
Okay.
So, but I was still doing sports in school, but I did end up going to my ballet class.
Gotcha.
So
and you just loved it.
I loved it. And then when I moved here, it was kind of hard in the very beginning because we didn't really know what schools were out there. And so we ended up, finding my beautiful and awesome teacher, Leslie Brasso. She's from Valencia.
We love you, Leslie.
Yes.
And Mom. Sorry, Dad.
Yes. And Suzanne Salapa, along with other teachers, which they're amazing. And so I started... my sister actually started the dance program with her in college.
Oh.
But I was still in high school. So during the holidays.
So you got to see that whole kind of process come to be of them forming the group and putting everything together and kind of like creating it.
And I was part of it during the summertime too. I mean, I used to hop in and sorry, I have to say this, maybe skipping school at times to be in my dance class.
Sorry, Mom.
College.
No. Now is it sorry, Mom? Sorry, Mom.
Sorry,
thank
Mom.
You, Mom. Sorry,
now
Dad.
You found out.
Also, thank you, Mom. And sorry, Leslie. I mean, thank you, Leslie. No, thank you, Leslie.
Thank you, Leslie.
Thank you, Leslie. Also, thank you, Mom. But also, sorry, Dad. And also for skipping school. Sorry, Mom.
Oops.
You guys are finding out all the tea right now. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are just joining us, Cardenal. This is Ellie Cardenal. And I will say this is her very chill, relaxing interview form. However, she has a performance form as well, and it's stunning. Is this performance form? What is this photo right here? Let's talk about this one real quick.
Yes.
Who is this?
That's Ellie.
That's Ellie.
That's definitely me.
That looks like rockstar Ellie right there. Look at this. Walk us through. This is, and again, the only thing that I know is the emoji on my phone. And it's already elegant, but this is incredible.
Thank you.
This is beautiful. Can you talk a little bit about what you're performing to here? What this is that we're looking at here? I mean, fantastic stage. I see it looks like a cello in the back. Some musical instrumentation.
There's a guitar. It's
Okay.
I had
Oh,
we
I
had
see
two
some congas
guitarists.
or bongos over there.
Yes, we had two guitarists, two percussionists, and both guitarists actually sang. They're amazing. They're awesome, and the other percussionist too is actually from here. Well, not originally, but
Gotcha. But local.
local.
Nice. Now, and now again, done this for a while, got started, you saw your friends kind of form it, you were still in high school, you participated with them. And then after you got out of high school, how did that all take place? Like, where was your forward momentum? Were you heading towards secondary education, more towards performance, more towards business management, world domination, performance? Wait a minute. I said world domination, and she went, ooh. And we already know she has a competitive spirit. So watch out, ladies and gentlemen. She's gonna flamenco her way right into your heart. You gotta be careful here. Tina Spitzer, hello. We have some fantastic people. Justin, hello from Florida. My man Matthew Pfeiffer from Minnesota. We have our good friend Nathan Jewin is here. He's from Sebring. I think he's gonna be here on Friday night. Kyle Nunez, you met before. He's in Holland. So we have a Lainey Lerner. She's a rock star. She's a regular on the KitchenKillaz show as a creator, as a chef. As a host, she's fantastic. So hopefully her and her husband Jeff are going to be here on Friday night as well. So we are talking with Ellie Cardenal. How was that?
Very good.
It's very good.
Doing good.
I want to get to where it sounds like it's my natural language. I'm really, really working hard. And we were just taking a glimpse, just this little glimpse right here, just a little tiny picture. So this is the interview form, Ellie, and this is performance, Ellie.
Yes.
And this is performance ever since she was a young teenager. 14, 15 years old, where you were like, this is awesome.
Yes. So, I mean, this picture that we were looking at, this was in 2022, December 2022, and this was at the Dr. Phillips. And I actually performed along with my awesome and wonderful students.
Oh, and for those of you that don't know, Dr. Phillips also was a gentleman. She wasn't performing at Dr. Phillips' house. This is a full performance theater.
Yes.
And there are many theaters in the Dr. Phillips Performing Arts Center.
That's correct.
Which is stunning. It's one of the premier places to perform in Central Florida, I would say in Florida. And maybe even the southeastern states. I don't want to get brag too much, but Dr. Phillips, big deal.
It's a really cool place.
That's a big deal, and it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful venue.
It's beautiful, and it was a great experience. It was the first time that actually we stepped in.
Okay.
And I did this, and I have to say I'm really proud of the girls. Of Flamenco de Perfil. They worked really hard, and most of them have never performed before. They have been with me for some time.
Okay.
But it takes time. It's
so
the process and prepping them.
They've worked with you, and they've learned to dance. They've taken the classes, but like you said, performing is a completely different thing. So a lot of first performers. Mm-hmm. That takes courage.
Some of them, maybe a few have had experience. Have prior experience, but the majority of the girls, it was their first time. Yes.
At the Dr. Phillips Performing Arts Center.
Yes.
Wow, you just jumped right in.
And it was a dream. It was a dream. I was telling them, we are going to make it. Trust me, we're going to be there one day. I want you guys to be ready for it.
Yeah.
And
I like your positivity.
But they didn't believe me until I had the actual
you booked
booking
the show.
date. And I'm like, okay, we're in.
I hear you. That's what the world teaches us not to get our hopes up. But you got to realize the person who's driving, if you can believe in them. And how can they not believe in you? You're so focused. You're driven. You have a goal. You're going to do it. If there's little things that get in my way, don't care. Going to roll right over them. It is happening. Just believe me.
Yes.
Like there's that competitive spirit where you're like, it's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
We're going to perform. And you did.
I don't know how, but we will make it happen.
That's one of my favorite things to do. They go, hey, can we do this? And I go, yes. And they go, how? And I go, I have no idea, but we'll figure it out.
That's exactly
it can happen. The thing is, sometimes if you have the vision, it's easier to find the steps to get there.
Yeah.
But if you don't have the vision, then how are you choosing your steps?
Yeah.
If you don't have that goal, it's like Dr. Phillips Performing Arts Center is a big deal. That's a big deal. How many times have you performed there?
Well, I collaborated with another company, but Flamenco de Perfil, this was definitely the first time performing at the Dr. Phillips.
How did it feel?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, it was very rewarding.
Yeah.
And again, just being with all of the girls, and
Sure.
along with the, collaboration of other professional dancers as well, not part of the company.
Sure.
And the musicians. So it was definitely,
What a cool experience.
Yes.
And there's the ambiance and the environment that you get to create with something like that, and then being part of it. Like there's something about, and for those theater bugs out there that know what it's like to perform on a stage and stand on a stage and perform in real time in front of a live audience, like I have always struggled a bit putting that feeling into words on what it feels like, and it's for me it's kind of like ethereal. It's kind of like, this is completely different than everything else, and it's there's a bug there. Once you do it and you feel it, you're like,
gotta do it again.
Gotta do it again. Oh yeah, 100%. And so this Friday is going to be a little bit different for you. This is going to be this is going to be different for us too, and I'm glad. So we'll make it happen.
We'll make it happen.
We're figuring it out. We're figuring it out. But this is going to be really interesting because, again, we've had live musicians before, but this is going to be absolutely fantastic, and I'm really, really excited to have such an elaborate collection of performers come in and perform. Like, I rock acoustic guitar and play a couple songs, but you guys are the real deal, and this is so cool. And I'm thankful because I know that it takes a lot to get people together. It takes a lot to put together the choreography, the music, the dance, the rehearsals, the people, the performers. Yeah, absolutely. So there's a couple different ways that you have created for people to be able to support you and support what you do. One of them coming up in November, which I'm excited to talk about. Is that your next Central Florida, Orlando performance?
That's correct.
Back at Dr. Phillips again? Oh, man. I'm so excited
You're
for
coming,
you.
Right? You have to
you
come.
know I'm going to be there. Heck yeah. I'm there already. I'm ready to rock. I'm ready to rock and roll. So before we go any further, we did have some photos to talk about. So we're kind of going to go through some of these photos. I did want to tease this one right here just because this is an epic photo, Ellie. This is such an awesome photo. Like, that's absolutely cool. And I was like, I can't wait to show this photo. I mean, they're all good. But this one right here, it just shows such an elegance that I never knew existed in flamenco. When you look at just the elegance of the dress and how everything puts together and the type of move you need to do and the thing you need to be able to manage perfectly to get your dress to do that.
And it's heavy.
It does not look light.
It's heavy.
Really? Man, when was the first time that you started to practice and rehearse in a dress of that weight and that size and that like...
Well, I mean, this is called bata de cola. So it's a long train skirt, right? And
bata de cola.
Bata de cola.
Bata de cola.
Like just
Gotcha.
like
bata de cola.
Like cola champagne.
Okay.
Cola.
Oh yeah, cola. I'm working on it. I already love the food. I'm gonna try to get I'm gonna try to get the dialect. I want to say it right, But
all right.
Bata de cola.
Bata
de
cola.
Cola. Bata de cola.
There you go.
Gotcha.
You got it.
Gotcha. It may take me several times, but I will humble myself in the land of beginner's mind. I do not know, but I do want to learn. Bata
de cola.
Bata de.
Of. Yeah. It's
bata
different. I can't translate because it's not the same.
Bata
de cola.
I'm trying to say it as fast as you. I need to slow down. I need to take it easy. So that's the type of performance this is.
Yeah. So we do use this type of dress for certain types of rhythms within flamenco.
Okay.
Or the way that we like to call them palos.
Wow.
And this was one of them. So here I was dancing guajiras. Guajiras. There's an influence of Cuban music.
Oh, awesome.
And I guess it's from one of these travels, I would have to say, like artists, traveling and then coming back to Spain. So they basically, like the guajiras, and they kind of fused it with flamenco, and they brought it
back to Spain.
So
I love that. That's
it's nice.
So
it's
awesome.
Beautiful.
I love the fact that there's so many different types of cultures that kind of blend their authenticity of their culture with others and create something brand new. Like that's really, really awesome. It's very interesting. Man, it's so diverse. There's so much to it. I didn't think it was the 1500s. I mean, I had no idea, but that's a long time ago.
It's a long time
for
ago.
such a form to exist and to still, here it is, 2024, still crushing it at the Dr. Phillips Center, getting ready to crush it, KitchenKillaz, right over here on Friday night. It's going to be fantastic. So I'm going to go here. We're gonna beep. Oh, it is. Oh, it's that one too. It should be. It should be. We'll get there. We'll get there, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get there.
Funny.
But right? That's awesome. It should be. That's a fantastic picture. Like. Oh, man. So let's bring this up real quick and let's chat a little bit about what we're looking at here. So this is danza, D-A-N-Z-A, danza, flamenco de perfil.
Flamenco de perfil. So this is basically, when I get to promote our classes, and one of the things that we do, not only teach flamenco, but we also do a little bit of the classical style with flamenco.
Gotcha.
So it's called danza. Danza estilizada.
Danza. Okay.
So that's a...
Estilizada. Estilizada.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
So it has more of ballet lines, into it.
And this also goes perfectly with your original dance form, which your mom got you into ballet. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Mom.
Gracias.
Sorry, Dad.
Mommy. Thank you, Mommy.
We appreciate that. So those two art forms you're already familiar with. Familiar with ballet, familiar with flamenco. Kind of
flamenco.
Like a melding of those two. Mm-hmm. Man, there's so many different styles.
Yes.
You're blowing my mind right now, Ellie. Like I didn't realize there were so, and I'm sure, we've talked about 5 or 6 already, and I'm sure that's only a few.
Oh, there's only a few, but there's a whole bunch of different rhythms that they're not as popular today.
Okay.
But there's, I could say, like over 40 types of styles within flamenco.
Wow. Oh, my
goodness. So there's a whole bunch.
And did you just find yourself gravitating toward a certain style over other styles? Like, how do you choose which style out of 40? Like, how do you even do that?
Well, I'm sure there's still some that, we're still getting to know.
Sure.
So I'm very humble about it when it comes to the art form, and very, respectful, right?
Sure.
Towards the actual culture, because nowadays, you hear the most popular rhythms within flamenco, which is what we see out there. Of course, we're not in Spain, so what we see here and whatever we, learn, or whatever I've learned, from overseas, let's say, in Spain. But yeah, we see I'm going to say them in Spanish. These are not, they have no translation. I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay.
The most popular rhythms is alegrías. They come from Cádiz.
Okay.
And then we have bulerías de Jerez. Jerez is a place, of course. It's really cool. I love the music from there. And we have, what did I say? Alegrías, bulerías. They have tangos. And within these rhythms, too, like tangos, for example, they're not Argentinian, so they're from Spain.
Okay.
And so tangos also has like a whole, let's say if you go to Granada or if you go to Extremadura, there's different places in Spain that also the tango is different.
Gotcha.
The melody is the same.
But the style is
there's a variation.
Sure.
But it's just a different air.
Based on that collection of just people and experience and performance. And
so
that's awesome.
So there's a whole bunch of rhythms, in flamenco. And so that's what I hope that I can share a little bit of it, through the school and
So Mama Floyd had a question. She said, I went to a flamenco performance while I was in Granada, Spain. She said the music had a very sad feeling. Is that the normal?
Well, it's there's a palo. It's called Soleá in Seguirillas. And Soleá, it's basically that type of dance style. It's really emotional. It's really sad. Yeah. And this actually comes back from actual experiences from people that were traveling from the gypsies, or what is called now gypsies.
So an expression of emotion that they experienced.
Correct.
And they express it through dance.
Yes, but flamenco, it all started with the cante, or with the singing.
Gotcha.
Then later on the guitar came, and then the dance.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So the singing, it's very heavy at times, or very sad, but the lyrics are based on actual experiences that people were having back then. I mean, they were being also exiled from their countries.
Wow.
So,
there's such a depth to it.
Oh yeah, this is like a history class.
Yeah, I love it. It's because I want to know what we're doing. So I want to understand, and I know there's so much to it that in the limited time that we have before Friday, I'm not. Don't test me too much, but I definitely love the origin of it, where it came from, the emotion behind it. I'm already super appreciative that we're even having this at all. So to also be able to understand the history of flamenco, where it comes from, the travels, the journey since the 1500s, and through people all around the world, and it's made it here this coming Friday night, which is super cool. Do you guys already know what you're going to be performing?
I think I know what we're going to be doing.
Yeah?
Yes, I have an idea.
Okay. That's awesome. See, same. My friends are like, hey, what are you playing on Friday night? I'm going, it's only Monday.
And I have to say this with all respect to this actual artist, because we love their music.
Sure.
But flamenco, it's not Gypsy Kings. A lot of people think that, oh, Gypsy Kings, or, you know, what is those things that you play with the castanets? Yes, that's part of what we do. You know, we play with the castanets. We have different elements. But
and what are those called? Because you can hear them.
Castanets.
Castanets. Mm-hmm. And interesting. Now, did that come with? Was that an evolutionary step after dance was added? Did the castanets get added, or did that come with the dance? Like it started singing, then guitar, and then dance, and then the castanets came.
Yes,
to create percussion.
Yeah, elements were after, but you know, like what we dance with, not just the castanets, but the fan.
Okay.
That's also so awesome. The shawl. We have a huge shawl that we dance with. It came from the Philippines. The shawl actually came from the Philippines. And so that's another element that it was incorporated into the actual culture. And back in the days, it showed like status, like the women would be dressed elegantly with those big have the shawls.
Sure, absolutely.
And then of course, you know, somebody in flamenco, you know, decided to dance with the shawl.
That was it.
Actually, I have to say, there's a beautiful lady, and she's in Madrid right now. She has her own restaurants, and she has a tablao, what we call tablao, and she's very well known because she was one of the first ladies that actually danced with the shawl, and she was so graceful.
Oh, wow.
And it just, after her performing it, after she performed with it, it just became very popular.
Other people are like, that was cool, I want to do that too.
So yeah, her name is Blanca del Rey, and she's amazing.
That is awesome. Mm-hmm. Wow. And again, like you said, it's so multicultural, even the influence of the Philippines, you know, and now that has now made it into the kind of like part of that culture as well. Like, oh, we dance with the castanets, with the fan, with the shawl, you know, and all these different parts and pieces. As you said, it evolved as it continued to grow and grow and grow and grow and grow.
Yes.
And then other dance forms like ballet and flamenco. And then you added those together, and you know, it's such an interesting thing, and it's so diverse, you know, and it's very similar when I try to ask another artist on Friday night, how do you choose your songs? You know, because I'm always very interested too. So for Friday night, how did you choose, or how are you choosing your songs for Friday night? Like, how do you make those choices? Okay,
well, I think I have considered dancing to something that it's still powerful, but you know, it's like introducing a little bit of flamenco. Because I don't think that I would dance a solea, like, you know, the lady was saying in the comments.
Gotcha.
Because it's very heavy and you know, you don't really need to understand. You know, I think dance is a form that, you know, I think it's universal.
Yes, you can feel it. The music you can feel, the dance you can feel, like you can feel the weight.
Yes. Yeah. So, but yeah, we're just trying it to make, you know, firm, having that flamenco vibe in there, but a little bit of
everybody likes a good flamenco vibe. We love a good flamenco vibe. You know, that's where we're going. It's going to be so much fun.
Yes,
I'm excited for the food. I'm excited for the music. I was listening to the music a little earlier when we were testing. I was like, yo, this is going to be fantastic. Like, this is going to be so much fun. And now you're bringing an ensemble with you. You're bringing a collection of people with you, some additional dancers and some musicians. Who can we expect to see on Friday night?
Well, I'm still trying to see if I can get one of my guitarists here.
Okay.
But definitely we're going to have a collaboration of the students.
That's awesome.
So, some of the students. So
that is very cool. And have you ever I know this is not the largest stage in the world, but is there going to be enough space for you guys to be able to perform?
I think we should be okay. And, you know, we've learned, I think it's also part of their, you know, learning curve here.
You're not always going to have Dr. Phillips stage.
Of course. No, it's okay. We love it anyway. But yes, we just, you know, we as dancers, I mean, we have to learn how to adapt to the spacing, and we can do it.
I'm excited. I'm excited that the conversations are flooring, and we have a test camera up right now. And this is kind of going to be what you guys are looking at. So this is going to be very similar to the way that the setup is. So a little bit lower, lots of height, open the whole floor up. There's going to be a dance floor. The guitars will be removed. So we're hoping to be able to provide you guys with all of the space. We're going to have an isolated microphone to be able to catch those sounds from the dancing, which I'm super excited about. So technical Billy loves this show.
Some footwork.
It's so I'm so excited.
Would you dance with us too?
Oh,
learn some steps.
Maybe. I don't want to slow the show down. I'm working on speaking the language. I'm not sure. Okay. My mom, if Mama Floyd was coming on Friday night, yes. she would definitely join the stage.
Is she coming?
She's in the feed right now. She's
that's awesome.
They're about an hour and a half away. They're in Hernando, so not too far away.
All right.
But I could almost guarantee she loves to dance. Loves to dance.
That's awesome.
Yeah, if there's music playing, she is going to dance until the music stops. It could be 3, 4, 5 hours. That. She is cutting the rug the entire time and just the biggest smile on her face doing it. People are like, I had to take a break from dancing. She's just still out there just making it happen. It's fantastic. My mom says, yes, please. I want to see him dance. What are you trying to do? Listen, you're going to get me in trouble. Get out of here.
See, now we have to do it because she wants to see you. No pressure.
Yeah, it's only your mom. That's only the person who you hope to impress pretty much your whole life. Sorry, Mom. Also, thank you. I get it. So let's check out this next photo. Let's move through this one. So what is going on here? This is fantastic.
Thank you. Well, that was a collaboration from Alborea. It's, these are all my students, but the male dancer that's with me, he is a good friend of mine, another flamenco dancer and instructor. He has his own company with his wife. And we've known each other for such a long time. Okay. And so I invited him. I collaborated for one of his performances, and so I invited him to be my guest dancer.
Oh man!
And
look at the Dr. crease Phillips. In the pants. I love it. It's like beautiful. That? I do.
You want a pair of pants like that?
I want my pants to have creases like that. See, and this looks far more similar to my iPhone emoji than the one we were looking at earlier. Yes. So I feel comfortable and familiar with this one. I don't feel so out of my realm, but I like that guy's style. That's fantastic.
Yes, he's great. So
I always thought that is it heavily female based flamenco, or is it as diverse as?
It's diverse, but for some reason, a lot of people, at least here, I guess people think that this is just for women.
Yeah,
and
we don't know any better.
Flamenco is definitely for men.
Look how awesome that guy looks.
Yes. You go to Tablao in Spain, and there's tons of men that actually dance this particular art form.
Wow.
So, not necessarily gypsies, because sometimes they think that it's just gypsies that they have.
Really?
No, for sure.
You said that a couple times. That's why I'm trying to.
Yes, from Andalusia. So there's actually true gypsies.
Okay.
Know what you would think nowadays, of course. They're like you and me. Very well educated, of course. Times have changed.
Yeah, of course.
But they still have that, the roots of the, they're gypsies.
A little more vagabond, a little more traveling.
So it was more, flamenco was more of the gypsies. But then, other people started to dance the art form as well. So
very, very interesting. So where did this take place at?
That was at Dr. Phillips.
Wow. Did you do the backdrop?
I did.
This? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, yeah. I did that backdrop. What was this representing? What was going on in this photo?
This was actually a classical piece that we did, and it was Fandangos de Huelva.
Okay.
And also from Huelva, it's a region, it's a place in Spain.
Okay.
So we decided to do this piece because we wanted to showcase a little bit of the classical side using the castanets. And so that's pretty much what it's here. But the actual name of the show, just so for the performance, it was called A Compás.
Now I can see the castanets.
Castanets.
Castanets. Mm-hmm. How do you say it in Spanish?
Well, we say castañuelas.
Castañuelas.
And also they are called palillos.
Palillos.
Palillos or castañuelas.
Castañuelas.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get better. I'm working on it. And I see them. I didn't even see them before until you just said it.
Oh.
Like when I looked at this immediately, but now I see they're everywhere.
We'll bring them on Friday so you can see them.
I'm so excited. I've never seen them in real life before. It's like seeing it in real life. I'm so excited.
It's another instrument, so we play different rhythms with it.
Sure, kind of like we were talking earlier, adds percussion, to the guitar, to the dance, because then you have the footsteps as well, which is also adding another layer of percussion to it. Yes. Also, and there's a lot of heavy and light. Some light and some the way that it moves. I've been learning a little bit more about it over the last couple of days, kind of like watching some things. A lot of energy.
Yes.
A lot of energy and a lot of passion.
Yes.
This just drips passion. Like when I was watching it, whether it was more of up tempo or whether it was a little more somber, it's extremely passionate. Very, very interesting.
So this performance was called, the actual performance that we did was called a compás, which means rhythm.
Okay.
So the whole idea of the show was kind of starting the performance with some somewhat classical style.
Okay.
Within flamenco, and then going into the more serious flamenco.
Gotcha. Wow. Do we know her? I think we know her.
I think I know her too.
I think I know her. There's the fan that you spoke about.
That's the fan.
That's the fan right
and
there.
And that's what I was dancing to, Guajiras.
That is awesome. Who is this gentleman back here? Is he playing the cajon?
That's my amazing friend and percussionist, Justin Steger.
We love you. We love you, Justin.
Yes, love you, Justin.
Thank
if
you,
you're
Justin.
watching,
Sorry.
I'm sure you are.
I like this guy. I like his style. Look how happy he is. Just rocking, man.
We've known each other for a very long time, too. We go back from Ceviche, from when we used to work together at Ceviche.
Really? See, when you originally said that, I thought you worked at Ceviche, but I performed at Ceviche.
Yes,
gotcha.
I performed at Ceviche. So they had a stage, and the setting was more like a tabla, what we would go and see in Spain.
Okay.
So we did have musicians. We have 2 guitarists. We had him.
It was the real deal.
Yeah, and
full
we had
performances.
a whole bunch of dancers too.
What fun experiences! And one of the comments, my friend Matthew Pfeiffer said, they used to have flamenco dancers at Cafe Tutu Tango.
Yes.
And that was what was that? What numbers are we talking? 2, 4, 6? A full group of performers when you worked at Ceviche. How large were your performance numbers? How many people performed together?
Wow. Well, it varied depending on, we were there Fridays and Saturdays. So it was more of a smaller group on Fridays.
Okay, gotcha.
And everyone was on Saturdays. But yeah, and we would alternate 2 dancers.
Gotcha. So you taught school during the day, you taught flamenco during the day. You were a businesswoman during the day, and in the evening.
Yeah, and then on the weekends.
Performance Alley came out.
Ole, ole.
So dance during the weekends, taught during the weekdays.
That's right.
That's awesome.
That's
so
right.
you kind of like fill your life with you're passionate about, which is what everybody should do. If you guys haven't found your passion, man, just keep on looking, because there's a lot of things to be passionate about. And if you are passionate about it, just bite every drop.
I know.
She teaches it during the day. She
love
has
it.
a master's class available. You
Yes.
perform it at night. You have a group of performers you get to work with. In November, we're talking Dr. Phillips again, going back out there. You're rocking and rolling. You feel happy with what you've done?
I am super happy, and but a lot of pressure.
Sure.
It's just the whole thing. It's just a lot of work. But I know it's going to be very rewarding, and the girls.
Yeah, as the audience, we see an empty stage and then a fantastic performance, and then it's the end of the show. That's all we know. The only thing we have to do is buy a ticket and park. That's all we have to do. But from the performance stage, we as the audience, we don't realize how many moving parts and pieces, things of perfect timing, and this part and this part and this composition and this music and this musician and this one dancer is not able to make it tonight. So we have to see what we can do here. And this person is familiar with their part, and hopefully we're able to do that. And it's live music.
Yes.
So like the rehearsals, just a lot of rehearsals.
Yeah. So, what we intend to do too is kind of give a little bit of a sneak peek to our followers.
Oh.
And so we're going to be doing some of the behind the scenes. So we've been kind of quiet in social media recently, but we're coming back. And just reorganizing, and
you got to do it every now and then, man.
Yes,
you got to do it every now and then.
Putting all the ideas together. And so from this month forward, what we're doing is behind the scenes,
That's
little
awesome.
sneak peeks, or maybe.
Man, that is so cool.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
So people can see what we're doing.
To see this whole thing. Yeah.
Little teasers.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, because it's wonderful to go and to watch and to experience something so beautiful, you know, but it's another thing to understand the behind the scenes, what went into it, especially for the followers. For people like, yo, I am interested. And it's like, how do you put the show together? Like, where do you start? How does this start? Even the business aspect behind it, the performance, the choreography, the writing, how you choose the songs, the vibe, the lighting, everything. You know, it's fantastic and it's all beautiful, but every single one of those, it's its own adventure.
Yes.
What is the date in November that you're looking at? Do you have a specific date, or you kind of have a window of time?
Well, actually, I do have dates. Tickets are not available yet, though.
Oh,
but we do have the dates.
Nice.
And can I say?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
It's all about
so
you.
it's going to be November 8th and November 9th.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, 7:30 p.m.
How many performances?
We're doing 2.
Okay.
2 each night. I mean, I'm sorry, 1 each night.
Gotcha.
So each night they're going to kill
one
me
performance on the 8th and one. Oh, right. 4 performances in 2 days.
Well, we did 2 performances in 1 night. So our main performance.
Wow. You must be in fantastic shape. You must be in fantastic shape, Ellie. I mean, there's no joke.
I have to get back conditioning again.
So you sold out.
My feet are strong, but I have to get back into the game.
I gotcha.
I always try to stay fit, but you know.
It's a lot. Like we were talking about, it's high energy. High energy, and especially to be able to do back-to-back performances. You had 2 performances in 1 night.
Yes, and what happened is that, when we did our first performance, A Compás, so within a month, it got sold out. And so we had a lot of people wanting to see the show. And but it was to our surprise, actually. And so Dr. Phillips actually came back and just, they were like, hey, do you guys want to do another performance the same night? And I asked everyone, and we were in.
So you crushed it, and you sold out, and they were like, yo, we kind of want you to come back again because more people want some tickets.
I have to say that they were going to kill me because the show actually was, the duration was 1.5 hours. That's
what I was going to ask. I was imagining a 90-minute performance, which is a lot.
It is a lot.
And you did 2.
We did 2.
You're like, you know what? Sure. And everybody's like, I bet. How was the next day when you woke up? How did you feel? Tired, sore?
Well, I have a story to tell about that show because I had ordered some new flamenco shoes. The shoes that I had, they actually were broken. The heels were broken.
So these were brand new shoes too?
And they did not arrive until the actual same date of the performance.
So you didn't even get to break them in?
No.
Oh, and then you did 2 shows. That's dedication, Ellie. That is dedication because you knew it.
I had blisters. So they were. No. Oh yeah.
It's for the love of the performance. It's for the love of the art.
Yes.
It's for the love of the art.
Yeah. Behind the scenes, I was like,
every
and
step.
Then as soon as I go to that curtain, I'm like,
Yep.
Switching up performance phase, and nothing's happening, and just
right
go
away.
in, go with the flow.
And then at the end, you're like, I'm going to feel that tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you're welcome, Dr. Phillips. Who's going to come to my house and rub my feet tomorrow? Because I need a little love here. These are new shoes, Dr. Phillips. So you rocked out 2 performances, sold out the first. They came back and say, would you do one the second day or the same day? A second performance.
The same day.
Wow.
Same day.
Holy Moses! Congratulations on a sellout.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes, it was definitely an experience, but we loved it. I mean, it was very rewarding. And for me, mainly, I mean, it's like I am not really flamenco performed on my own.
Right.
It's all of us,
Sure.
and the girls. So I have to say, I'm so proud
Takes
of
a
them.
team.
Yeah, I'm so proud of them. And here they go again. We're gonna do it again.
Here they go. Here they go again. They keep coming back. So you're doing something right. They're having fun.
Yes.
Maybe a little, maybe just a tiny bit of fun. But I imagine they're having fun. I imagine the night when they were asking you about the second show, a couple of people were like, "Please no, please no, please."
Like,
you said yes.
God.
Yes.
They were like yes, but it's like, how are we gonna do this? But they did it.
That's awesome. Plus, when you have a place. Actually, any place that you sell out, when you have, especially a place like Dr. Phillips, come back and say, hey, would you do a second performance? You sold out the first one.
Yeah.
Would you come back and do a second one? We'd love to have you. Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Yes, of course
yes.
We'll be there. Absolutely. I don't know how. But we're gonna make
we'll
that
happen.
Do it. We're gonna do it. So that was so we're gonna bring this back up real quick, just because it's super stunning. We'll go through a couple more, but I do want to talk about the class next after we go through this next photo, because that master class is amazing. We chatted about this. I'm just gonna put it up on the screen here for a second, and we're just gonna revel in the beauty and precision of what's going on here. Like you said, that dress is not light.
It is not light, and there's a whole technique under, the feet, the placement, so you don't get tangled with it. And because it is heavy, and when you do turns with it, you gotta definitely have good balance, because and one of those, you can step on it and you can definitely fall with it. So Absolutely. That's not a good thing.
At least if you do fall, there's so much material, it'll be comfortable. You just fall right on it.
Well, you hope you land on it.
You hope you land on it. You try to land on it. You're like, oh, I'm coming for you. Oh, that is just an outstanding shot. So, okay. We already talked about, I know we already talked about this, but isn't it epic? I mean, even the part in your hair is fantastic. Like, it's just beautiful. I love it. Another shot from the same performance. It looks like he's my man's rocking a couple different things over here, doing a little cymbal action.
Yes.
Looks like he's got some chimes back here. Oh, we like him. He's
amazing. I love him. He's great, and he's amazing.
That is awesome. That is awesome. And I love the lighting here. Was it just the two of you performing this piece?
No, it's actually the two guitarists were there. And the percussionist. Wow. So they were part of the whole thing. It's what we call cuadro flamenco. Cuadro flamenco is guitar, percussion, and dance. So they were there the whole time.
You had the whole thing, just rocking and rolling. Man, that had to be so much fun.
It was.
So much fun. Get your heart going. Is this person floating in the air? They look like they're floating in the air.
I didn't realize.
This literally looks like you're floating in the air. Is this in the middle of are you on your toes? Like, what's going on here? You really look like you're hovering.
Yeah, I was doing something there, and a little hop, I guess.
That is so awesome. Oh, yeah. Wow. So you're even like popping up onto the toes.
Yes.
Talk about balance, Ellie. Holy Moses.
So this piece was Bulería. So it was a collaboration with my friends that were professional dancers. Okay. They're not part of my company.
Okay.
But we've known each other for quite some time. So actually they were very nice and supporting and collaborating for the show. And so we did Bulería. So each one of us, we all had like a little piece in the Bulerías, and then at the very end, we all four came together to finish the piece. So it was nice.
How many wardrobe changes did you have this evening?
I was not really, as much as you see me in these pictures, but I have to say the girls were the stars of the show.
Yeah.
I was only in the performance. I did like maybe 3 numbers.
Okay.
Three main numbers.
Out of how many?
Oh my gosh, I can't remember.
I think an hour and a half.
We did a lot.
Yeah.
We did. I would say like maybe 10.
Wow. 10. Is the average performance about 5 or 6 minutes? How long does an average performance last? Like, is it per song? Is it a show of an hour and a half with different dancers as they move throughout?
Yeah, well, each piece depends on what we're dancing, but it's about like 6 minutes.
Okay.
Anywhere from 5 to 6 minutes.
That's a lot of moving.
Yeah.
That's a lot of moving. 6 minutes? Yeah. That's a lot of songs.
Number, yeah.
Wow.
So, and of course, with all the dancers and all the dynamic that happens on
Congratulations on being able to organize something so incredible. That's awesome.
Sometimes I'm like, did I do that? I have to pinch myself.
Yeah, and you float, which is awesome. So she flies as well, ladies and gentlemen. Just to let you guys know. Look at this. This is gorgeous.
Yes. These are the girls.
Hello, girls.
Yes, they're amazing.
We love you. Oh, I see the guitars
here. I love
here.
Them. Yes.
Got percussionist here. Okay, gotcha.
So the some of them are still with me. Some of them they just came to collaborate. Just like how it happens.
So we have 10 here.
Yeah.
And then another 3 in the back. So I mean, you're talking about that's a team of 13 right there. Is this everybody?
Not everybody. There were some dancers that were not part of this number.
She's like, no, we have more.
Yes, we had more in the back.
That's awesome. She's like, I rolled 20 deep, guys. You don't know me. I'm Ellie. This is a big deal.
You know what? I have to say with the collaboration of the professional dancers and The students, we were about 20 people.
Wow.
Not including the musicians.
Wow. Mm-hmm. So now we're up to 23.
Yes.
My goodness gracious. Talk about organization. Congratulations.
Especially during rehearsals.
Just to organize their parking. Where do I park? Where do I park? Where do I go to park? Where's parking? Parking. Where's parking? You're like, I gave you a map. You know exactly where to go.
That's
like,
right.
But you're still blowing you up. Like, hey, I don't know. Let's go. Where do I park? Where are you guys? Are you guys in yet? Are you waiting for me? Do I go in? Do I wait for you? Oh, man. Man, so let's walk through this one. What is going on here? This looks like a completely different outfit. Completely different.
Yes.
This almost gives, for me, immediately bullfighter vibes. You know, I don't know if that's what the goal was, but with the red sash around the waist and kind of like the jacket, it's very much what I felt. But I can see this dress down here. There's some layering here, and then of course the cool dance
it's
shoes.
Actually pants with a whole bunch of fringes.
We love fringes. Oh, fringes are fantastic. Fantastic fringes. So what is going on here? What is this? Same performance?
So this is the same performance, and what I was dancing here was farrucas.
Okay, farrucas.
Yes, farrucas. And farrucas is a style that back in the times was only danced by men.
Okay.
And then, of course, we have, but nowadays.
Hence the outfit.
Correct.
Gotcha. With the pants and a little, gotcha. Okay. Really?
Yes.
And you were like, not for just the men anymore.
That's right. But thanks to Carmen Amaya, she was definitely, she passed away a long time ago, but
kind of a pioneer.
She's pretty much to, women, in general, like dancing. And she was such an amazing dancer. Amazing with her feet. She had great footwork. So we kind of, follow her footsteps, I have to say. I admire her very much. So farrucas actually dance with pants. And,
that is awesome.
With we call chaqueta. It's like the little, blazer.
Gotcha.
Jacket, however you call it. How would you say that in English?
Jacket.
Blazer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Would you say that it's easier to dance in something like this than it is to dance in, I mean, not the very long dress, but like the red outfits that we saw earlier? Is it easier to dance in this kind of outfit, or is it easier to dance in the red outfits?
Definitely a different feeling, because with pants, you definitely have to keep your legs
gotcha.
a little bit, closer at times, to keep that line, and of course, elegance.
To keep the line.
Your legs, the placement.
Gotcha.
So yeah, as opposed to, a bigger skirt or that you move differently. Excuse me.
Because you're in the skirt, so you have a little more freedom.
Yeah.
Where pants are a little less, a little more specific. You have to be a little more precise.
You definitely have to dance with them elegantly.
Gotcha. Especially with the fringes. Because the fringes will flow. We love flowy fringes.
I have to say it was fun to dance with the fringes.
Yeah?
With those pants.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And it's definitely comfortable.
Yeah. Is it hot? Are they heavy as well? Are they pretty light?
Oh, no, they're pretty light.
They're pretty light?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so much fun. I'm learning so much right now. Okay. Oh, look at the fringes are flying.
There you go.
Look at this. This is fantastic. Look how awesome that is. Now, are you going back and forth here, or are you spinning?
Spinning.
Wow. How do you not get dizzy?
Doing turns.
I've always wondered that. Like, do you turn the body at a different than the head?
Your head goes first. You have to spot where you're
you're
turning.
Then you turn to this position that you spot.
Yes, you have to choose a spot, and depending on where you're going, you have to definitely spot where you're going, and your head goes first.
Sure.
Then your body.
Then your body follows. Mm-hmm. So precise, and you spin so fast. Like, it's amazing, to see that. That's awesome. Wow, dude, your stature here is just very stoic. It's very precise. And how long have you danced this specific dance here?
Well, I have to say that I didn't dance it before, like in a tablao. I have to say that with the entire group, this is the first time that I actually performed it with them.
Yeah, how'd you feel
I have
about
not
it?
done a solo with Farruca, so I just decided to do it with them.
Okay, that's awesome. You're like, you know what? Let's do it.
Yeah,
it'll be fun. Plus, these pants are really cool. we love the pants. Oh, this is just gorgeous. This is such a beautiful shot. So walk us through what's happening here.
So this was towards the very end of the Fandangos. This was the opening number of the show. And so Fandangos de Huelva, as I mentioned, it comes from Huelva.
Okay.
And so this part was definitely very, there was no more singing. It was just mainly body movement and expressing the quejillo, what she was,
the voice
part of it. she's not singing at this point. So yeah, that was towards the very end of the choreography.
Wow, I love
towards the very end of the dance.
I love the just the clothing. The outfits are beautiful, very elegant, very flowing.
This is part of the other dress that you saw with the long.
Oh, really?
Yes.
This was like underneath. And
I
then
had
the
it
other
on
really,
top. The long one.
Yeah, yeah.
I had it zipped up on top. So at some point, I mean, when I did the guajiras,
Sure.
I had to zip it up, that long train skirt.
Yeah.
In the second performance, I have to say that zipper did not want to close.
Oh no!
I almost made it on stage without that
You're like,
dress.
Oh my God! Hurry!
I had people behind stage trying to help me zip it up.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
goodness
oh my
gracious.
goodness, what am I gonna do?
You're like, oh my gosh! Please! And then it worked out. They got it.
It worked out. One of the girls did
my
magic.
God.
So yes.
That's awesome. You're like, I owe you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So yeah, I was supposed to start the piece sitting on the chair that you saw me earlier.
Sure.
That was during the first performance.
Gotcha.
For the second, I didn't have time to do that because I was still behind the scenes.
So you had to kind of create a new introduction and entrance to that piece because you were supposed to start in the chair and you couldn't.
Yep.
So you're like, all right, well, the show must go on.
Improvise. That's how it works.
Yep, we'll make it up as we go along. I do that a lot, mostly with life, not just with music, but with life. But this is just so beautiful and so pretty. Just the whole thing, even the musicians, how they're dressed, what they're wearing. I mean, you gotta love this guy in the hat over here. That's just style.
He's great.
That is
I mean, he can
right
sing
there.
and he can play. He's amazing. Well, both of them actually.
Yeah, yeah, it's really really good. And again, just beautiful lighting. Beautiful stage work. Like, not only do I try to look at it as somebody watching a performance, but also from the analytical side of being one of the performers and going, okay, what did it take for us to build this picture? The musicians, the chairs, the music, the people, the choreography, the lighting. The lighting is vital.
And I have to say that this same day of the performance, so everything takes place, like all the tech part, the lighting, sound, everything. I mean, we get there very early.
Sure.
In the morning, and then we have to go piece by piece and with cues on how the lighting has to be. Oh my gosh. I mean, Do you bring your own lighting engineer, or did Dr. Phillips provide one?
Dr. Phillips. Thank you, Dr. Phillips. We really appreciate that.
Yes, they have magnificent tech people.
And again, that's one of the things that behind the scenes that people see the hour-and-a-half show and they think, maybe you've been here for 2 hours. It's like, no. We've been here for a while. Yes, it took forever. Actually, by the time that they were done with the lighting, it was time for me to go downstairs, put makeup on, get ready for the show. And come back up. So it was pretty much right before the show. That's how it works, man. You're like, okay, I got 10 minutes. Yes, I'm like, I haven't had time to do a run through for my numbers. Oh, my goodness gracious. So it was, So it was like, okay, I'm ready. It. You felt good about it. And you did great. And it was beautiful. And you got fantastic you got fantastic photos as well. Thank you. I mean, again, another just really beautiful photo. I mean, even the poised precision of the people that are standing and not even performing at this very time, they're just kind of like there, as this circle of performers, and even them, their lines, the way they're standing, the way they're carrying themselves, their hands, their shoulders, their body, their stature, how they're standing and everything. It's just very poised. Yes. A lot of precision is what I feel like it is. A lot of precision. Yeah. I mean, it's just really, really beautiful. And before we get going, because we crushed an hour. Really? Oh, yeah. Already? Oh yeah. You crushed it. Knocked it out of the park. I want to talk about this because again, you and I we can talk for a while. I can almost guarantee it. So Dane Richard says we need some albondigas. 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 What is albondigas? Albondigas. That's meatballs. Oh, it's food. Chef Dane, you know what's hungry. Up. You know what's up. Nathan knows me too. Billy loves alliteration. Fantastic flowing fringes. Oh, it's true. That is true. They are fantastic flowing fringes, and Nathan knows me well. That's one of my closest buddies. But yeah, so we need some albondigas for Friday. Well, we already have some paella. My good friend Landon Nolan is going to be coming, and he's going to be making some Cuban coffee on Friday night as well. So I'm sure that if some albondigas made their way to the house on Friday night, we would all be very happy. I would be happy. I would be happy too. Yeah.
Of course.
You're like, I know exactly what those are, and they're fantastic. So let's talk about the website real quick, because I do want to talk about this, because this is again something that you have been putting together for a while, a flamenco masterclass at Jaleo Disney Springs.
Yeah, so I do collaborate a lot with Jaleo by Jose Andres. This is at Disney Springs, and I do perform for them quite a bit for their private events. And then we just decided to do a flamenco masterclass. It takes place April the 20th. No experience necessary. You don't have to be a dancer.
Just show up to have fun.
It's
going to
show
be
up
great.
and have fun.
And you're going to learn.
Yes.
You're going to have a great time. You're going to get a good workout. You're going to feel good. And you're going to meet some awesome people.
Definitely. It's going to be a lot of fun. And it's followed by a food tasting experience.
Oh, there's food?
The's food.
Oh, Dane and I are going to come. Dane, you want to go be a flamenco dancer with me on April 20th?
See, now Mom is going to be like, oh,
Mama Floyd's like, what's up?
Dance, yeah.
Listen, you said there's food.
So you have to do the dance first before you have the food?
Oh, man. All right. So this says, take a trip to Spain with Jaleo. Am I pronouncing that right?
Jaleo.
Jaleo. With Flamenco de Perfil, we're bringing you the ultimate flamenco experience with a 90-minute dance class where you'll learn everything you need to know about the Spanish art form. Then enjoy a 4-course brunch from the Jaleo team, complete with sangria or your choice of non-alcoholic beverages. Ticket price is $125 per person, which includes a dance class, all food, and 2 beverage tickets. Tax and gratuities also included. And FYI, that is a fantastic price.
It is.
That is fantastic. Listen, that's awesome for the class alone, and it's also awesome for all the food alone, but together, stop it.
This great combo.
Right? and I love the fact that it's the not only the dance, the music, the environment, but the culture, the food, the people. Like, that's going to be so much fun from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. How do you recommend? Do you recommend just booking right from their website? Best place to do it?
Yes, the best place to do it. It's by clicking on that link,
Gotcha.
Booking it through there.
Are they able to, if they show up day of and you're not full, are they able to join if they say, hey, I missed the opportunity? Would you?
I'm sure that's definitely a possibility.
Book it on your phone. Let's rock and roll.
Yeah, for sure. Yes. Mm-hmm.
This is awesome. How often do you have these classes?
This is the first time that I'm doing it with Jaleo.
Okay.
Mainly, besides me teaching at the studio, workshops, actually, I do bring guest dancers to the studio from Spain.
Oh, that is so
or
cool.
collaboration of other dancers as well.
Okay.
That are really good in the art form. But with Jaleo, this is the first time that I'm doing it.
Really? Are you excited?
I'm excited.
I'm super stoked.
I'm super excited.
I imagine it's a 90-minute dance class, which gives us another 90 minutes to eat food and drink sangria.
Yes.
That's my girl right there. That's what I'm talking about.
And then, of course, you're at Disney Springs. So, I mean, you can definitely walk around after
I will say a little
time.
sangria will probably give people a little courage to get up there and dance. Just, we're going to have a little sangria before the class. Just a tiny little bit. It's no problem. Just loosey-goosey, loosen everybody up. You're all right. And everybody's the best flamenco dancer. And then we get food after and more sangria.
Yes, but we're going to make it fun. So that's, as I said, no experience necessary. Everybody can follow. It's going to be a fun time.
That is awesome. Man, you are really, you got a seat at the great table. I mean, you're doing it during the day. You're teaching classes. You're working at Disney Springs. You're teaching. You're performing at Dr. Phillips. I mean, you're writing. You're a choreographer because you choreograph the dances as well, right? So now you're also a choreographer, and you're a performer, and you're an event planner, and you're a parking administrator, and you manage rehearsals of 20 plus people. So logistics are fantastic with Ellie as well. So Ellie's the full package, guys. Whatever you need.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah,
it's a lot of work.
It is. It is. And like you said, when you get on stage and you're in the middle of it, it's all worth it.
It is.
It's all worth it. Like, you get there and you're like, man, I was so stressed out this time yesterday.
Yeah. I
was just like, oh my God, it's tomorrow. And now I'm here and I'll never do this again. This is so much. Like, I got to dial it down a little bit. Like, this was 20 people's way too much. Then you get to the end of the event and you're like, it wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
Let's do it again. Maybe I can do 30 next time. Oh, so much fun. Ellie, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Like, I really, really appreciate you being here. So I will say, let's see. So here's Dane. I always try to go through the comments. So he's talking about I'm going to put it up again because algondigas for Friday. Dane Richard looks like Chef Dane is going to be, he might be making it happen. He is a chef, Chef B. Chef Dane Brevoort is a close friend of mine. He's been a friend of mine for a couple of years. His wife, Sarah, is beautiful. And his son, Josh, is just absolutely out of this world. They're absolutely fantastic people. And Chef Dane, when he shows up, he always shows up with a huge smile, the best hugs, and delicious food all the time. So Chef Dane is like, yo, I'm in.
That's awesome.
My mom did say Mother's Day is coming up. Are you, so what I assume she's saying is, hey, Bill, Mother's Day's next month.
Hello.
Let's go to Jaleo on April 20th. Yes. Take flamenco classes together as mother and son, which I would totally do. And then that could be your Mother's Day present.
I'm going to hold you to it.
I mean, I'm thinking that's what she's hinting toward. So I'm looking for her to say, yes, that's what I'm hinting toward. I could be wrong, but I think that's what she's going for. And if that is what you're going for, no problem. Just say so and we'll rock it out. That'd be so much fun. That'd be good. Chef Dane's always down to bring food. Mama Floyd says yes.
Yes.
And me and Mama Floyd, we can eat too. We can put down some food. So that'll be a lot of fun. If I bring my Bombik, any chance of prop... Oh, okay. Hold on. If I bring my Bombik, any chance of some impromptu dancing after the show on Friday? Impromptu dancing? I think that's what he means by impromptu. I think it's voice to text. I think he's saying it. Impromptu, I think means impromptu. If I bring my Bombik, what's a Bombik? Nathan, what's a Bombek? So he's asking, can we do some improv dancing after the show on Friday if he brings a Bombek, which I don't know what that is. Dombek. What is Dombek? Dombek.
Oh, is that the Arabic, the drum?
We're going to look it up.
Yes, it's a drum.
I think so. I'm excited. Okay. Okay. All right, let's figure it out. That's a guy named Dombek. Clearly, I'm spelling it wrong. I'm just going to take your word for it.
The Dombek, it's very well like...
It's an Indian hand drum. Okay.
Yes. Well, and I think belly dancers, too, dance to that particular drum.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, man, that is so cool.
Dombek.
That is so cool. I will say this. I'm going to pop this up real quick while we upload the other one. So if you guys have not somehow been around for the introductions, we're here with dance director and performer, Ellie Cardenal.
Oh,
how was
you
that?
did it.
Is that pretty good? I'm trying to get better. And we are chatting a little bit about what is going on, who she is, what she's been doing, her passion for flamenco, her education, her teaching, her classes, and her show coming up in November 8th and 9th.
Yes. So
the tickets aren't available yet, but they will be available soon.
Yes.
We are working on that. I'm also going to pop this bad boy up because I love this overlay. This Friday. They are going to be here performing. How many numbers do you think we're going to have on Friday?
I think we're going to do like maybe 5.
5. Oh, that's going to be so much fun. Mm-hmm. I'm super excited for that. So this is the banner for Friday night show. So the feature dish is paella, which is going to be, which I'm super excited. I'm excited to play some jams. That's me on that side. That's you on the right side.
Yay.
You have way more people than I do, but that's totally fine. Like when we do the Pop-Tart song, if you want to dance with me, that'd be a lot of fun. And then there's the flamenca. So what are the flamencas? Your dancers? Is that your collection? Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Yes. That is so cool.
So we're called actually, we're called bailadoras.
Bailadoras. Gotcha.
So flamenco dancers. If you are a male dancer, you are called bailador.
Gotcha. Bailador.
And
then
if it's a female, it's bailadora.
Bailadora.
Yes.
Fantastic. And bailar, is that to dance?
Bailar is to dance.
Bailar.
Yes.
Cantar is to play or to sing?
To sing.
To sing. That's right. I got a little bit from Senora Stone when I was in high school. I was not Billy, I was Guillermo.
Oh, that was your Spanish name?
Yeah, I don't know if that translates to William or Billy, but I got to be Guillermo. Like if you were Mark, you got to be Marcus. I was William. She's like Guillermo. I'm like, okay. I have no idea. They're like,
you
actually,
got baptized.
They're like, actually, what is? Yeah, I'm Guillermo. That's it. They're like, actually, it means George Billy. It's not even close. But I was Guillermo, which is fantastic. So Senora Stone taught me some stuff. I love you, Senora Stone.
That's good.
But that's what we're going to be on Friday night. If you guys are going to come for the show, please show up no later than 8:30 because there's a lot of show prep. There's a lot of people that are going to be here. Just in our staff and your staff alone, we have 10 people. So we have a 10-person team that we're going to be bringing. So you guys are more than welcome to come. We've created an event on Facebook. We are trying to limit the seating to 20. I've already had a lot of confirmations. So we might actually be past 20. Sorry, Omar. We'll eat all the paella. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. But Friday night at 9:05, Ellie Cardenal will be here with her dancers, with her team. and we'll be performing 5 pieces, which I'm super excited for. We don't know what the pieces are, neither does she. I don't know what I'm playing. I have no idea. Why? Because Friday's so far away. It's so long away. But it is going to be a free show on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. So if you guys could share it, it's fantastic. Absolutely love it. It's the first time we're going to have any type of performance like this in the house with a KitchenKillaz show. Again, usually I play with other musicians and other guitarists, but this has opened my mind up to so many different things. Because now I'm just like, man.
Exciting.
Like, oh yeah, I'm super, super excited. I've never seen it in person. I've seen videos. I have my iPhone emoji, but I've never physically seen it happen in person. And I'm really excited. Like, I love percussion. I love dance and expression and all that stuff. So the music that we're going to have, the technology we're going to be using, the vibe, the food, the smells, the people. I'm super stoked, Ellie.
Yay.
Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, yeah. Before we get going, is there anything else that you wanted to share with anybody? Anything that you want to kind of guide them to? Where's the best place to find information about maybe attending your school? So we went over the Jaleo. We got that squared away. You guys can book. We'll put the link up in the chat to make sure you guys have it as well. Tickets aren't on sale yet for your November show, but they will be. But if somebody wanted to get in touch with you and say, learn from you or take some classes from you, where's the best place to go to do that?
For sure. Right now, the best way to go is Instagram or Facebook, Flamenco de Perfil.
Okay.
You got that?
De perfil.
De Perfil.
Fil. De perfil.
De Perfil.
Gotcha.
She's
so
the
good.
website it's still working. We had to take it down because we're tweaking it here and there. But the best way is Instagram.
Gotcha.
Instagram or Facebook.
Flamenco de perfil.
Flamenco de Perfil.
I love it. On Instagram, Instagram.com, Flamenco de perfil. You have to say it like that when you type it. If you say de perfil, it's not going to load. The website will fail. You have to say it properly. That's going to be so much fun. I'm really excited. Mama Floyd said the November 9th show is already on her calendar. So that's my mom. Dane also said, if you don't take your mom up on the flamenco dancing, I will. She's the best. So, listen, Dane, grab Sarah. You and Sarah, me and Mama Floyd will go. Like, we'll have some food. We'll dance. We'll support the arts. We'll support my girl, Ellie. Friday night at 9:05. You guys check it out. We are going to have, again, 5 pieces by Ellie and her team. And I'm going to be playing a little bit of music. We got Dane bringing some foods. We got Landon Nolan bringing some Cuban coffee. We have Evelyn and Omar making a homemade paella, which is going to be absolutely fantastic. So be sure to check us out Friday night at 9:05. If you guys have any questions, let us know. Find the event on Facebook. I'll send out some invitations. Follow Ellie on Instagram. And if you don't have anything else, I'd say let's wish them a fond farewell. And we will see you guys soon. Again, check it out for our Patreon patrons. I'll be live on Wednesday. We got some new cuts from the album we're going to listen to on Wednesday just for private Patreon patrons. Patreon.com/KitchenKillaz. Just sign up, $2 a month. Join the behind the scenes. That's how we pay for it, is Patreon.
Wonderful.
Oh, yeah. We're going to go over some tech right now, which I'm really excited about because we got new stuff to use. And again, Ellie, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank
this
you
was
for
so much
having
fun.
me
Did you have a good time?
I had a great time.
All right. Nothing to be nervous about. You crushed it. You seem like a professional. She's done this before. Her microphone etiquette, out of this world.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, it was really good. We'll talk to you guys soon. You guys stay out of trouble. Take care. We'll see you again, Patreon Wednesday night. We'll be live at 9:05 with Ellie, with flamenco, with beautiful food, some fantastic music, a lot of laughs, and a lot of fun. You guys have a good one. We'll talk to you soon.
Ole.
Ole. Ole. Does that mean goodbye?
Ole, it's jaleo.
Ole.
It's how
Jaleo.
like, ole.
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 Oh, I like her. We'll talk to you guys soon.